Let's see if this works.
Okay.
Okay. So far, we're looking kind of good. I mean,
Are
we're
we?
probably going to get... Well, we're live. Uh, I should probably change the names of this. Hey, um, Eastgate Audio. What would you like to title this?
I don't know. Birthday stream?
Birthday stream. Cool. Eastgate and TheLustriVA return together for a return together to celebrate one more turn around the sun for everybody's favorite gate. No, wait, that's not right. Angel. That's the one.
Everyone's favorite gate.
Gate.
Wow.
Yes. Well, I mean, that's, seemed reasonable to me. Save.
Sure. Okay.
Alright. Okay, so, moderation. Close. Okay. Sure, just check the chat. Checking the chat works. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community's guidelines. Yes, I'll give you all my money and all my time and allow people to abuse me for no reasons. We're fine, YouTube. I know how this rolls. Okay, so we have one concurrent viewer, which is probably me.
Okay.
Or you. Are you on my...
I am on.
Okay,
That is
actually,
me.
in that case, it's possibly you. We need to get someone who the description bitrate is higher than recommended bitrate. We use open widget. Here we go. Suggestion. Da, 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 da. Ah, okay. Yes, I can change that setting, I suppose. Okay. Output video bitrate. It only wants 4500. It does not need your hardcore video output. Especially when it's just like literally a fucking static image. Like it was 60 frames per second earlier, and I'm like, that's a little over the top.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to my channel and see what is there. Actually, I've always been amazed at how fucking hard it is for me to get to my channel.
Why is it hard for you to do that?
Because I've got 9 Gmail accounts and my main YouTube account is definitely not the one that I use for Marco Lustri.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's complicated.
Doesn't begin to explain it. Oh my god. It's
Oh goodness.
I mean, this is a bit... Oh, hey, here we go.
What?
Oh, no, that's right. Okay, I figured that would have happened. Yeah, my channel is certainly backslid down the arse end of the search results.
Okay.
Because there is also a band called Medici Voices.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. Okay. Mute. Oh, that was the last stream. Hang on. Here we go. Yay. Let's see. Okay, cool. Stream starting soon.
Yay.
Sweet, I can see your testing chat. 3 watching now. Started streaming 4 minutes ago. What's the bet? It's, Kitty Garden. Is the third
I don't know.
person. I betcha.
I have no idea.
It's always Kitty Garden.
I mean, if if it is, that would be great.
Yep. That would pretty much just reaffirm my faith in life. I am not sure I have any.
Nope, not Kitty.
No. Oh, I am. Well, there you go. You've overtaken Kitty's spot as, first off the mark. Oh, that's so cool.
Nice to see you.
Oh, I'm so gonna send you my latest batch of Qualia artwork. There's Kitty! I feel somewhat vindicated now.
Thank you, Kitty. That's so sweet of you. Yes, nearly birthday because I have 4 more hours until my birthday here. Excellent. Technically, where I was born, it's already my birthday.
I suppose that means happy birthday, because I hadn't said it to you yet, but it is technically that day for me.
Yes.
Yeah. So, while we talk...
33. God.
Yep. It's a good year. It's not as good as 35, I don't think.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know that there are good things to look forward to.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, hey, that's a bit fucking wonky.
What?
Oh, just the, so the latest, M, not as in you, M, but the M character, the latest ones, I'm gonna have to, unwonkify them a little.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna do you want me to put up the one that, I did earlier that we both liked?
Yeah, go on.
Yep, cool.
Even with the wonky fingers.
Yeah, with the wonky fingers, I'm gonna...
yeah, go on.
Fucking wonky
well, thank you. I don't know, dear Monty. I don't know what you want to be addressed as, but thank you so much.
Happy birthday to you. From the Monty person to... character M. Okay. You've seen. Okay, so Eastgate.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, go on.
Let's say I were a long-time listener of your YouTube channel and hadn't been onto roleplay/ASMR YouTube for 3 or 4 months, or however long it's been. What have I missed?
Oh boy, what have you... Are you talking about my specific channel or just in general?
Your specific channel, because if I ask in general, I'm really afraid that...
of the avalanche of information you're gonna get from me, yeah.
Well, it's more that the nightmare I had a week ago might come back. Might have... of a certain... deer-based YouTuber.
Hi, Neon. It's me. I'm the birthday girl. Thank you.
No, I'm the birthday girl.
Okay, you can be the birthday girl if you want, honey.
I'm not. Oh, fuck. I gotta take my testosterone today. Fuck. That's right.
Well, yeah, why don't you
That's
go do that?
That's gonna start some comments.
Why don't you go do that, and I will entertain the chat.
Yes, entertain the chat with, what...
recommendations?
Yeah, and what's been missed.
Yeah. Okay, so if you haven't been on my page for a while, then you would have missed, the debut of Beautiful, which is Lupin's big Beauty and the Beast script. She did 2 versions. She did like a pared down version, and then she did a giant production version with like extended cast.
Wait.
Being an idiot.
Does would I find this audio familiar by any chance?
You would. You very much would.
Fuck, I hope that turned out alright.
Oh, it turned out so good.
Oh,
I listened to it all the way through and I was like, oh my god, we all sound amazing. So it turned out great. It's only part 1. There's 3 parts. But there's so many of us in there, and this was such a It was such a huge undertaking. Kess and Lustri both did an amazing job with me behind the scenes on this, like fantastically.
To die.
I know, but you're good now. It's okay. Everything's fine. It's okay. You're okay now. Like, we're never doing anything like that again.
I paid that,
like ever.
I paid that bill.
Lupin, like Lupin, I love you, but oh my days, like we can't do a script like that again. Thank you, Breaker.
Hey,
nice
Breaker. It's my man.
Yeah. So it turned out great. We all sound amazing. I don't know what I was thinking with the accent I put on for the port officer, but I sound insane.
I think it worked.
I put on this really deep, like, deep in the heart of Texas accent. I don't know why I went with that choice, but I did. And I sound ridiculous. So I heard myself and I cracked up. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that's actually me. So if you want to hear me sound ridiculous, go right ahead.
Have you got something against people putting on southern accents for a character?
No.
Because I know somebody who might, who wanted to sound kind of American, but ended up sounding like a fucking cowboy because everyone kept saying he sounded like a fucking cowboy. Red, shut up.
You're from... Yes, you do. But I do not sound good when I put that accent on. That's the thing. Like, other people sound good. I sound ridiculous. I sound like I'm trying on my brother's clothes for the first time.
Come on,
and I'm trying to act like a guy.
Do it.
You want me to do it now? Are you kidding me?
No.
No, I'm not going to do it.
It's like every single time we have a stream, I say, do it. Oh, here we go. That's why that didn't work.
It's been 84 years. Breaker, shut up. It has not been 84 years. The audio went up 10 days ago.
Breaker, I totally feel you on that 84 years thing, mate.
Gosh, you're all dramatic.
That's about how much I aged working on it.
Oh my god. Well, it's done now. You don't have to work on it anymore. You're okay. You got through it. You would have also missed that Blind Date has picked up again.
Yay!
So I released part 9 2 weeks ago.
Holy shit.
And I'm sorry to say there's only 2 more parts left. So get to part 11 and that'll be the end of the series. So I apologize if anybody wanted more. But the original writer isn't going to write anymore. Like she's closed the story. So we're going to end it on 11, but it's going to be great. Like, it's going to end very sweet. And it's something that you guys are going to look forward to. So, like, I'm very excited for these to come out.
Is that the murder-suicide one you were telling me about?
No, Blind Date. That's the, murder. What do you mean murder? What are you talking about?
Sorry. I was just trying to fuck with people.
Oh my god. Suck, you know that? It'll probably take twice as long to me to finish. You know what? That's okay. However long it takes you, that's how long it takes you. Like, as long as you're happy with whatever you put out, it doesn't matter how long it takes you. Like, this undertaking for Beautiful was a year. Like, we were working on this for a year.
Yeah.
And it's finally out. Like, Lupin was asking, like, when's it gonna come out? And I was like, Lupin, I don't know. I'm so sorry. Finally, when it, like, the day before it came out, like, I let her know, and it was coming out, and she was like, yay! She was so excited. Blind Date takes a seriously messed up turn. No, it doesn't. It's very sweet and fluffy and wonderful, and that's how it's going to end, and it's going to be great. Aw, thank you, Kitty. That's so sweet. I hope so. I hope I really, like, keep doing it just. Blind Date started a year ago? No. Monty, the work on Beautiful started a year ago. I'm sorry. I must be confusing you all. The work on the Beauty and the Beast giant collab that I started working on with people started a year ago. That's when we started. And it's only just coming out now because, like, every one of us had life shit happen to us that just was just like, okay, so, like, voice acting shit is taking a back seat now to real life.
Yeah.
And then just, like, other projects and stuff. But we're finally getting it out, so we're very, very happy about it, that it's done. But yeah, like it's been tough. It's been a rough year for a lot of us. So, we're playing catch up now. The first part is out, Monty. But part 2 and 3 are coming soon. So watch the space for that. But part 1's already pretty long. It's like 26 minutes, almost 27 minutes. So like, you'll enjoy it when you listen to it. It's got so many people in it. Hang on, I'm gonna read it off.
Am
Date
I
is in
even
it.
in it?
Castle is in it. No, you're not in it.
No, I'm not in it.
You're
Yeah.
you're the assistant producer. That's
Woo!
the credit I gave you.
Oh, I
so-
love you so much. Thank you.
Aw. Dade's in it. I'm in it. Castle's in it. Sly's in it. Runic, Kitty, Jack Trades, Zona, Darling Audios, who went through a whole name change in the year that we started. And Noir. Noir is also in it. Always playing catch up. Breaker, that's just life, man. Life is just playing catch up when life happens to you.
Yes. Yes, listen to the Eastgate.
Listen to my words of wisdom, children.
That is exactly how it happens.
Yes. What else? I did my first ever script that addresses ADHD.
Oh, fuck.
I believe.
What
Yeah,
was that
it's
one?
ADHD Comforts. I thought it was really good. It doesn't have as much traction as like my blind date one.
Yeah.
But it's basically about like I found the script on Reddit, and so I was just like, oh, an ADHD directed script. I've got ADHD, and I know so many of my friends, especially in the VA community, have it. I think it would resonate with people, so I did it. I did the reading, and then I put it out, and I'm really proud of it.
Excellent. I'm really happy.
Yeah. What else?
Because I know I would, shit, I mean, I feel like I've got a lot to say about ADHD, but fuck, I would not want to tackle that one.
Yeah, well, I didn't write that one, so, like, I'm glad that I didn't have to, but I may eventually write one myself, so, watch the space, but, yeah, I'm kind of glad that, who's the writer again? Foggy CC, took that over, like, did that so I didn't have to, so I don't know where they are in the world, but wherever they are, thank you for that. And then I tried my hand at playing a demon this time. Well, not a demon, the devil. I tried my hand at playing, like, Satan, basically. So I kind of did a riff on Liz Hurley in Bedazzled.
Nice.
Except I don't have a British accent. Oh, no, wait, I do in this one. So, yeah, I put on a British accent because I don't know why we keep associating evil or dark characters with British accents. They just seem to go hand in hand.
Everyone,
so we just roll with it.
X in chat if you want to see Eastgate do a take on the Liz Hurley in Bedazzled.
Oh, no. No. No one wants to hear me as Liz Hurley. If you want to hear Liz Hurley, just watch the Liz Hurley movie.
No, sorry, I said the word where I meant Bedazzled.
Hanging! Oh my god, hello! Nice to see you. Yes, you caught us.
Wait, who?
Hanging.
Hey!
Aw, thanks, Kitty.
Hi, Hanging.
I'm glad you listened.
Hi, dear Monty.
I certainly tried my hardest. I wrote that one. Like, this was a script that I wrote. So I really wanted to do, like, it was kind of a cross between Liz Hurley and Tom Ellis. Tom Ellis's Devil. So I kind of, like, merged the two together and just went with it. Because I've never seen the original, but like the original movie that Bedazzled is based on. But the take that both of them seem to have done on Lucifer is that both of them want what's best for humanity, which is something that a lot of people don't think the devil wants. But they go about it in a very different way. Like, Tom Ellis's Lucifer is just like, well, like, I'm not the one responsible for humanity's choices. Humanity is. They're the ones who made all the choices and they just blamed me. And Liz Hurley is basically kind of saying the same thing. She's like, you know, you are the one who creates your own heaven and hell. the devil's got nothing to do with it. So, like, I tried to sort of play my devil on, like, on that kind of vein, where it's like, like humans, like, you're gonna make the choices you're gonna make. I can offer you the choices, but, like, that's the extent of it, and, like, like, I'm not really a monster, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I had fun with it. I got to do a really, like, deep, sort of, like, vampy voice. Very, like, I tried to do, like, smooth like butter, and I think I really nailed it.
You humans, you think that we made life hell for you. You did it to yourselves. I'm counting. Sorry.
I was like, you ventured into Dracula territory.
As soon as you said vampy, that's all I thought of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, then.
And my skin started sparkling and everything.
Of course it did.
Yep.
Someone put a tweet the other day, which is really fucking with my head, which is the people who named their kids Bella because of Twilight, like those kids that are now named Bella are now, like, turning 21 or of age. I was like, okay, well, thank you for fucking me up with that. I'm gonna go cry now.
Yeah, not only that, but yeah, I seriously kind of worry about anyone who uses the words of age.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. There are different of ages. It's very weird.
yeah, like, age of what exactly? Like,
In my class.
The stream is on now.
I know.
Okay.
Just adding.
Okay, add the commentary you want. Sorry, my husband's in the background, so you may hear him at some point jump in.
hi, husbando.
God, that makes me feel ridiculously old. Me too, me too. You want tea in it? Oh, breaker. What else? Da da da.
Da, da, da.
Oh, I tried my hand at playing a demon in my last audio, which is a script fill from It's Esme Jones. I gender bent it, so it was originally written for a male voice actor, but I asked if it was okay, and they were like, yeah, go for it. You can gender bend it if you want. It's a tsundere himbo demon, and so I just flipped the gender. Yeah, it's interesting.
Tsundere himbo has to be possibly the best combination I've ever heard of. And I've never heard that character,
like you should read that script. It's got you written all over it, like, for
really?
Sure. Oh yeah,
Is it
you'd
in second
really like
person?
it. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, that was a bad syntax geek joke that I think died. Sunderimbo.
Nice kitty. Thank you. Sorry, my husband's giving me chips.
Because we have a kilo of them.
We do. We do
Yay!
in fact have a kilo of chips.
I have lost 10
What'd you laugh
kilos.
at him? Nice, go you.
Yeah, well, it turns out the reason I put on weight in the first place was because my brain stopped making testosterone.
Oh, great.
Yes.
That's great.
So we caught it quickly enough that it didn't kill me. But now we have to, like, find out if my fucking like the thing in your head that makes hormones is completely fucked, because that's like the second, like, hormone that my brain has stopped making after melatonin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's essentially like a, insomniac eunuch.
Ugh. Something that's still being addressed, huh?
It's all getting better. It's all getting much, much better.
Okay.
I'm still
That's
having trouble
good. That's
choosing
good. I'm
scripts,
glad to
not
hear that.
sure of what's me.
I don't think there's... Look, the only reason I say that for Lustri, it's got him written all over it, is because, like, he's played a demon before, and he's done the whole, like, he likes, like, whenever we talk, he kind of likes playing the himbo character sometimes.
Oh god, yeah. Anyone who hung around for our D&D, the first D&D season we did, I mean, M knows that, Penrose, hi, I'm here to save the day, but unfortunately, it's It's getting on nighttime now, so I suppose I'm not saving much, am I? Well,
Man,
it's also
I'm
dark.
mad I missed that.
It's dark and I can't see.
Oh my goodness.
Hang on a second. I'm a glowing paladin. In the
Oh.
dark. Oh shit,
Oh.
everything can see me and I can't see them.
Fun.
What's that
All the fun.
stabbing feeling?
So hanging. My point is that the only reason he landed on that is because he experimented with it.
Yeah,
So,
that was definitely not what I started as. It's certainly not what I
No.
intended to be. I started, if you look at my first, 5 scripts, it's the stuff that I want to do, and I'm still good at it, but it's not what I'm known for, and that's the whole fatherly thing.
yeah, no, exactly. And in my case, like, I've done like a bunch of different like types of scripts where like I've played someone evil, I've played someone good, I've played like, you know, a mom, I've played like a daughter, I've played a sister, I've played I played demons, angels, werewolves, vampires. Like, I played the whole thing. And the thing that I'm most known for is the adorkable girlfriend/wife trope. So it's all a matter of experimenting. Even if it doesn't feel like you, just give it your best. Just go for it. Like, try to embody the script, even if it's not you per se. Because, like, you never know, you might land on something really good without even meaning to. Like, my blind date scripts are the ones that do the best on my whole channel. Like, they by far get the most views. I think, like, the part 1 for blind date, hang on, I'm gonna look. It's so much. It's so many.
I mean, how many scripts and
29,000
Whoa.
views. What the fuck?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, just that one audio has so many views. So, like, you know, it's all about just experimenting and figuring it out. Like, you know, like, you can even ask writers, like, hey, I actually like this script, but, like, you know, it's written for, like, a girl. Would it be okay for like, a female voice actor? Would it be all right if I gender bented? Most of the time, people are good with it.
Yeah.
Like, they're okay with you, like, flipping it around and, like, changing a couple of words just to make it feel more like for you. Like,
Actually,
and in a
I
lot
wonder
of
if my
cases,
scripts
like,
are still up.
oh, they are. And for in Lustri's case, like, I've done a lot of his scripts as well, and
So
I've changed
well.
a lot of words because he writes for an Australian voice, and I am not Australian. It would sound weird if I tried to use Australian slang in my accent. It would
Yeah.
just sound very odd. So, like, you know, you could just ask, like, hey, this doesn't really seem like, you know, like something I would say. Would it be okay if I, like, changed it just a little bit so the meaning is still there, but I'm saying it the way I would say it? Most of the time, writers are okay with that. Like, they don't want their writing to feel stilted, you
Yeah.
know? And so, like, it's just a matter of figuring out, like, what, you know, like, it's just a matter of trying something new. Like, if it doesn't do well, it doesn't do well. So what? Like, you know, you move on to the next new thing.
Also, I mean, how many audios has Dade done before he
Oh, God.
finds out that, you know, his main niche is as a, like,
Werewolf boyfriend.
Well, I was
yeah.
gonna say 60s game show host announcer, but you know, because that's
I mean, you're not wrong, but
Yeah.
mainly werewolves are his thing.
Because
Like,
when
we
I
didn't
want to
land
speak
on
like
werewolves.
Dade, I just imagine someone who's coming down now.
yeah, kind of thing.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like, and same case for Nomad and like all of the other big names. Like, they didn't get to that point just, you know, just knowing that they could do that. They had to experiment and figure out what worked for them.
Yep.
You know, so
Agreed.
like, for instance, like, if you like, it also depends on, like, okay, what kind of thing does this character call for, and can I do it? So, like, for me, when I do vampire audios, it's like, okay, this character will usually call for, like, in my head, vampires have, like, very smooth, kind of, like, deep voices. They sound very soothing, you know, that kind of thing. But your vampire might sound different. So, whatever, you know, if we both read the same script, they're going to sound different. If you are able to do, like, a proper, like, werewolf growl or something, then a werewolf audio might be good for you. So, it really depends on what you think you can do, and there's no harm with trying it out. Like, I've done werewolf audios where I've growled, and it does not sound good, but there's still no harm in trying, you know? Like, most people are going to be very forgiving when you try something new and it doesn't work. You know, we're not getting paid to do this, you know what I mean? Like, some people are monetized, but, like, for the most part, a lot of us just do this for fun. So it's okay if you try something and it doesn't really work. Like, you know, you're like, okay, that didn't work. Let's try something else. Like, if you have fun with it, like,
here we go.
you know, and it's gonna be good. And you have a great voice. Like, I've heard your audios. You sound really good. You're not gonna have a problem. Like, and this is gonna sound like, okay, we're bringing, like, you know, like, social justice stuff into it again, but guys tend to do better at this stuff than girls do. For reasons that are totally not sexism, but are totally sexism. So, okay, yeah, good. You're posting your link in the chat. Hanging, you should definitely try your hand at some of Lustri scripts. They're really good.
So, do I know Hanging?
I think you might have seen him around on Twitter before, but it's been a while since you've been on Twitter. Right. So
yeah. Look, they're all except for the ones I think I've actually made all the ones that aren't private. But I think if you can even read it, it means it's not just like Creative Commons. It's actually public domain. All of my writing goes into the public domain, so you can use it. You, I think, don't have to even reference me or credit me. It's nice if you do, but you don't have to, and you can change it.
So, Hanging, haven't heard your voice. If you want my advice for one that you could try first, try Your Husband Comforts You After a Nightmare, and change like some of the stuff in there that's like, you know, Australian words that are in there that don't really feel like your voice. Play around with it, you know? Like, if you have to do more than one take, it's not a big deal. Like, just try it out and see if it works for you. But I think you got a great voice for that particular script especially.
Yeah, actually, that one did extremely well on a different platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
The writers deserve all the credit. Yes, they do. They do deserve credit.
I think I set all mine to public domain because I foresaw an argument that I needed. Like, when I started, I foresaw an argument that I'd seen a million times before with creatives and wanted to get instant moral high ground before I even needed it. And it turned out that was pretty prescient because there's been several major Twitter blow-ups where me having all of my content in the public domain meant I insta-won that fucking argument.
Fair enough. So, yeah. So, you know, just give it a shot. You never know what works. Okay, going back to other stuff that you may have missed on the
also,
channel.
try Eastgate's stuff as well, honestly.
Yeah, I have my scripts are on they're pinned to my Twitter. So if you want to go there and like find the link at the top of my Twitter page, they're there. And they're all those are public, and you can pick anyone you want. You can change the gender. I'm totally fine with that. There are lines you want to omit or you want to like add another line, you can do that. Just like make sure like the core of the story is still the same, and you should be fine. Breaker, why the eyes? Why? Like, I'm very proud of those scripts that I wrote. What's up there? There's Nightmare Comfort. There's taking care of your partner when they're drunk. There's protecting your partner from harassment. There's comforting your kid when they have nightmares.
That's the one that I would recommend.
Which you did a great job reading. You did a great job reading that one. That was really great.
Appreciate that.
And then the most recent one I did, which was navigating a difficult relationship with your parents and comforting your spouse for that. So, like, whichever one you want, like, feel free. And I can't wait to see what you do with it, because I think you're going to do a great job. Aw, thanks, Hanging. That's so sweet.
There was
Yes,
another
Kitty, I
one.
completely agree.
There was another one that you did that I thought was very good. Navigating the Bering Strait in a Exxon Valdez.
I think that might have
No,
been you.
no oil tanker fans in the chat. Okay, all right, I'll go.
Oil.
I'll go back to making
Keep your
art.
day job.
Yeah.
I did one. I periodically do grief-centered ones because of my recent loss. So I did one for my father's birthday. And that one was the most raw script I've ever written because there were no like specific details that could tell you that it was me, but it was written from Eastgate's real name point of view. So like real person Eastgate. That was from my perspective. And that one was a really hard one to write. But it was one that I needed to write. And so I got it out there and I did it and I was like, okay, if people don't like it, they don't like it, but like this is my truth and it has to be written down and it has to be out there. So I recorded it and actually my family found it. So my mom found it and she sent it to her sisters as well. And they all listened to it and they loved it. Like they really liked it. Like I think my mom sent me a text to tell me about the audio. Hang on, I'm gonna try and find it.
Those ones those
go.
scripts that are hard to write are such a growth moment.
Oh, they are. Okay. Eastgate is just amazing. I replaced my real name with Eastgate. Eastgate is just amazing. We really miss him. This is from my mom's sisters to her. He gave you 2 amazing and beautiful children, including Eastgate. Hang in there. So they all got to listen to it and, they really liked it. So, even if nobody else in like the VA community or any of my fans, which is really surprising to have to say, fans, listened to it and it didn't resonate with them, that's okay. That one was for me and my family really appreciated it. So that's fine. Like sometimes you're going to write stuff that's not for everybody. That's not for everyone else. It's just for you. And that's okay. So yeah, there's that.
So,
there's
do
a
you
bunch
think-
of Lupin stuff.
Just a birthday kind of question.
Yeah, go on.
Do you?
Huz! Hello! Thank you so
yeah.
much!
Oh, hey, Huz. Long time no see.
Thank you so much!
Do
Sorry, yes,
you
birthday
think-
question, go on.
Do you think you've grown more since you started than you otherwise would have? This being a whole birthday thing.
Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean.
Okay, so do you think doing the VA work, kind of, do you think it was a more high density growth opportunity than you otherwise would have if you'd chosen other things? Where on the scale of helping you grow between, say, 30, 31 when you started, to now, now that you're 42,
Rude.
where do you think it goes on the
Rude.
scale? Where do you think it goes on the scale of density of growth potential?
I would say it's pretty dense. I've grown quite a bit since doing this. When I started, I really wasn't sure that I could do it. Putting myself out there, like I was terrified of putting myself out there on the internet because being a woman on the internet already is like really, really hard. Oh, okay, Hangin, thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it.
Have fun.
Hope you have a good day at work. What was I saying? Yeah, I didn't know that I could do it because, being a woman on the internet is hard enough as it is. On top of that, I'm, South Asian, and I am also, like, I don't always identify as a woman. I use she, they pronouns. So, like, being a queer person on the internet, you know, being a person of color on the internet, and being a woman on the internet, all of those things are hard enough on their own, and I'm all of them. So I was like, oh god, like, I'm really, like, putting a target on my back by being on the internet. So I was really nervous about that. I was also like, I don't know if my voice is good enough to do this. I don't know if I'm a good enough writer to do this. Like, you know, I'd done a couple of things in terms of, like, voice acting before, and, like, very, very minor things. Like, not in, like, anything you've heard or anything. Just, like, you know, if I did plays or something, sometimes they would need someone to record, like, a voiceover thing, and I would do it. I'd done, you know, I'd read stories to, like, my younger cousins and siblings growing up. But that was the extent of it. Like, you know, and then I acted on stage a long time ago. So it's not like I didn't have acting experience. I did. And same case with writing. I had a lot of writing experience. But I wasn't sure if I could put myself out there with that scrutiny on me. Like, I wasn't sure if that was going to work. And I'd been talking about it for a while. And I was like, you know, I had just turned 31. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'm feeling confident in myself finally for the first time in, like, 20 plus years. And I just want to do it. And if it doesn't, like, pan out into anything big, that's okay. It can just be my creative project for me. And who's to say how big I'm going to get anyways? Like, it might be that only 5 people find my work and like it. Like, that's okay. So I put up the first audio. And it didn't do that great. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And, you know, then I started, like, thinking about, like, the type of microphone I was using. And, like, you know, like, how can I make my audios better? And how do I, like, edit them properly and stuff like that? And I don't remember how long ago, like, I don't remember when you reached out to me. But, like, it was a year ago, I think, when we did that first Yandere collab
that
together.
Was so much fun.
Yeah, it was so much fun. So I'd never played, like, a toxic character before. Like, I'd always been, like, a narrator, or I'd always been, like a good guy or a background character or something. I'd never done anything, like, over the top dramatic evil or, like, a toxic character or something. So this was very new to me. And I think I'd been on Twitter for a bit, and I had just joined the Murmur server. And you posted something about the yandere, like, someone who to do, like, a yandere schoolgirl thing. And I researched, like, what, like, kind of, I can never remember what, like, the deres all mean. Like, I know yandere, I know tsundere, but I don't know the other ones.
Dere,
so I kind of looked them up to, like,
my favorite. Dere.
Yeah. So, like, I had no idea. So I looked it up, and I was like, okay, this seems like a really fucked up thing, but I could probably do it. And so I contacted Lustri, and I was like, hey, here's me throwing my hat in the ring. I don't know, like, if you like it or not, let me know. And the rest is history, because you were like, I don't want anyone else to do this. You're the one. Yep. You're in this now. Here's the script. Godspeed. And I was like, all right, cool. And I think I've told this story before, but I was in quarantine at the time. So I'd gone to visit my family, and they still had, like, the COVID restrictions up. So I was in quarantine for 2 weeks while I was waiting to, like, get out. And you sent me the script while I was in quarantine. So I was like, well, I have my mic, so I could just do it in the hotel room. So I did, and it turned out really great.
Absolutely.
Orly, thank you so much. Nice to see you. So from there, like, it kind of started spiraling, because you and I started working together on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But also, like, I started, like, running ideas by you as well, and I started, like, experimenting more, because, like, I saw the scripts that you were writing, and you put them out there, and they were really good, and I was like, you know what, I could write like this. Like, I do write like this. And everybody seems to like these scripts, so, like, why not? So I started, like, you know, writing my own stuff and starting to put it out there. And, you know, like, seeing that people were doing script fills, I was like, oh, okay, so I don't actually have to sometimes write if I don't really want to. There's no shame in doing script fills. So, like, I found Lupin, and I started doing, like, some of her script fills, and I found, like, a bunch of other writers, and I started doing theirs, too. And, like, I kept to a consistent schedule, and it just kept going, you know? And you know, now I've got a modest channel. I've got like, I say modest, but like the fact that I have 1,800 some followers is like insanity to me. I didn't think I would get even 5. And the fact that I have this many is incredible. And the fact that like people are still sticking with me and are just like, you're so good at this is so validating and amazing.
You are pretty fucking
So my
good
confidence
at
has grown.
this.
Well, thank you. So my confidence has grown a lot. And also just like the social media aspect of things. I'd never been that big on social media other than like the intended purpose of keeping in touch with like family and friends. Like I had Facebook when it like first came out, and I really did it to keep track of like my classmates and stuff. And so we communicated over there. And then like I got on Twitter to kind of just see what was going on in the world, and then Instagram because like, my friends are all on Instagram, and so like I just joined it to like keep in touch with them. But I'd never really like gone hard in like talking to people on Twitter. It had never really been a thing that appealed to me. And then I just started doing it. Like I just started commenting on people's like, tweets as Eastgate, and started like having conversations with them, and like, and then it just sort of like spiraled into like making friends in the community and like joining it. And like that felt really good, so I'm very careful with how I manage my social media. I know it doesn't seem like that because I do talk a lot on social media and I say a lot, but I also don't like say anything that I'm very good at like, stopping myself before I tweet anything, being like, okay, do I actually want to say this, or am I venting out into the void? And if the answer is I'm venting out into the void, like 99% of the time it doesn't go out. Like I don't, and
People are
I'm
also
good at,
unrealistically fucking nasty to you as well. Like,
I mean, not recently.
not recently, but I do remember a period back there where it just seemed like, fuck, okay, this is just beyond a joke.
I mean, there was that one person when I posted a photo of my nails was just like,
Oh, that was fucking
this is
hilarious.
really, this is really ugly. And I was like, okay, like, what's your damage? Like, why'd you have to come on here and like say that? For free, you could have just kept your mouth shut. And then everyone jumped on him, was just like, okay, you're gonna insult her, you're gonna catch these hands now. And I'm just like, whoa, we don't need this. Calm the fuck down. And then there was that one TikTok, because I joined TikTok. There's that one TikTok that I did where I made a joke about the Rogers Center, which was a big ass mistake. So for those of you who don't know, the Rogers Center, aka the Sky Dome, is the baseball stadium that we have here in downtown Toronto. And it's right next to the CN Tower. So for our anniversary last year, my husband and I went to the CN Tower for dinner. And it was really great. And we were up in the viewing area after dinner, and there was a game going on. And so like I took a video and I made jokes about us being in the cheap seats. And because we were so far away from the stadium, we were so high up. So I just made a joke about that, and everybody and their mother jumped on me and called me unpatriotic. And I was like, whoa, okay. So like literally I took down that video because I was like, no, it's not worth it. Like, it's just not worth my time. So like anything that like people just start jumping on, it's gonna get deleted. Like I'm fine with like, if we do like a fun little thread that sort of spirals out of control, that's fine. But the second people start getting nasty, I'm like, I don't need to deal with this. And so I just shut it down completely, because I've dealt with enough of that crap in my life where people are just like toxic and nasty and shit. I'm like, I'm in my 30s now. I don't have to put up with it.
That's
like
damn
I
right.
know where I was coming from. And the people who give a shit about me and who know me know where I was coming from too. They know it's not from a place of malice. These people are just being jerks for the sake of being jerks. And not only am I not going to be their target, I'm not going to give them fuel to continue being a jerk. So we're just shutting it down now.
Actually, chat, if you've got a similar experience, and you're willing to share, let us know.
Yeah. We will definitely validate you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Mondo validation.
yeah, it's, it's unfortunately like par for the course being online to like deal with harassment, but it does not have to get this far. Like it's ridiculous. Like I understand like some people have their opinions, they want to voice them. Excuse me. Some people have criticisms about like something that you say, and if they're valid criticisms, I get that. Like everybody's got a perspective, and sometimes people will tell me something that I don't know, and it's important to open yourself up to that kind of learning experience. But at the same time, like if it's too much for you, you don't have to put up with it. Like you know yourself, and if you know you can't deal with it, shut it down. It's okay to do that. You're not letting them win by deleting the post or like shutting down the conversation. You're winning by doing that.
Yeah, also, some people are just fucking armchair analysts who genuinely don't fucking know what they're talking about and will...
Or devil's advocates who just want to argue for the sake of it.
Yeah, and both of them have a far deeper reservoir of bullshit than any expert on the planet.
That, and on top of that, they're the ones with more energy because they've got nothing else to occupy their time with other than to be an asshole to you. So, like...
I'm glad this stream has taken on the same tone as all of our previous streams.
We always get to the giving advice because we are elders here.
Yeah, like, like, there must be so many people who, like, look at us posting, oh, we're gonna stream and just go, oh, no.
Like, not this crap again. Like,
Just
guys,
fucking
give
let
us
me
something
live my
new.
life, for God's sake. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, why don't you ask me a fun question now?
Okay, a fun question. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so we did... I'm going to pull you into a straw poll that we did... that me and a friend have been doing over the last week. So, I'm going to ask you basically what a bunch of acronyms and initialisms mean.
Oh no, I can't do this. I hate this.
Yeah, but they're a specific type, and they're some of these should be pretty easy. Yeah,
if it's tech-based,
it's tech-based.
Oh man, I'm gonna slap you like through this computer. I don't do tech acronyms.
What does WWW stand for in terms of a
World
website?
Wide Web?
Well, okay, all right, excellent, good, we got that one.
Yeah.
Many people did not know that one.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to the next one.
Okay.
What does HTTP stand for?
Oh fuck me. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Fuck.
That's the correct. No, sorry.
Orally bite me.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Oh my days.
Hi,
oh
Admiral.
God. I want to say that one of them hyper something.
Yep, that's the hard one.
Hyperlink, hyper. I don't know.
You get
I don't know.
Hyper, and then you've got a T.
Text.
Yep, good. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay,
great,
so we got
all right,
hypertext. What's it doing?
Link to a website, so it's taking you somewhere, but it can't be taking. Transfer?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Excellent, we got three.
Okay,
Hypertext
one more.
transfer.
Place?
No.
Position?
No.
Oh god, I don't know. I give up. What is it?
Protocol.
Protocol. Okay. Hypertext transfer protocol. Okay. Man. I'm not answering these because I feel like that's cheating. That's okay. I'm the one in the hot seat. I'm not you.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the person without specific network training who got the furthest was Naomi.
Okay.
My wife.
Nice.
Got all the way up to, and without Googling, if anyone can tell me what... so, like, HTTP colon slash slash HTTPS colon slash slash, those kinds of things is what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
If you can, well, okay, well, can you hazard a guess what SMTP stands for? Because Nami got this one straight up.
SMPT?
SMTP.
SMTP. Okay.
So hint in that one is that the two last letters are the same as a previous
transfer protocol. Okay. Secure mode?
No. Think Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks.
Mail?
You got the second word.
Okay. Simple?
Yeah, there you go. Simple mail transfer protocol.
Yay!
The one that seems to have stuck most people is SMB.
Okay.
Because it is
God,
not...
that movie is old too.
Yeah.
I have not seen that movie in a very long time. Like, I've only seen it the once. Like, I think when it came out.
I think I've seen it twice.
SMB.
SMB. I will guarantee you won't get this unless you've had some experience with Linux.
I do not.
Or with dancing.
With dancing? Okay, well then that's me. Okay. What sort of dancing are we thinking?
It's not your kind of dancing, but it is
Not my kind.
Equally salubrious and joyful and well-known dance.
I'm assuming S does not stand for salsa.
No, but fuck me dead, are you close?
I am? Okay.
Yeah.
Sample?
No, it's not an acronym. It's
okay.
It's just they've shortened a word down to the letters.
Samba.
Yeah, samba.
Yeah. Okay.
Samba.
Oh Jesus.
Yep.
Oh boy. All right. This is this is too technical.
Don't
for
worry.
me.
That's the stress. That's the stress. Part of the interview over.
Okay. Good. Good. Oh Jesus.
I'm just currently doing the sci-fi version of the image that's up at the moment.
Nice. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was stressful.
Do you want to tell people what M's backstory is? Or like,
are we going to reveal it finally?
You can, because I think that parts of it require knowing Reds, and Reds we won't reveal.
Okay.
But
so Lustri, back when we started doing Red and M, for those of you who don't know, we do a collaboration Angel and Demon like collab audios where I play an angel named M and he plays a demon called Red. And the two of us are guardians for humans. So the characters each get assigned a certain person to basically influence, and whoever's influence wins out, like their side wins. So it's very much inspired by Good Omens if you've ever seen the TV show or read the book.
Okay,
they're definitely based on If You're Feeling Poorly.
It has gone onto the rails of Good Omens because it sure as I hadn't fucking read it or seen the fucking thing when I first started doing the audios. By the way,
no. So the first thing I did was I did your Guardian Angel audio. Like I did one of your scripts for it, and I read it, and you were just like, "It's amazing! You did such a great job with it."
Yeah.
And then we just started writing backstory.
Yeah.
And most of my backstory stuff came from Good Omens, because that's one of my hyperfixations is Good Omens. So if you start asking me about it, I won't shut up. So we're gonna move on from that. And then you came up with an incredible backstory for where M comes from.
Yeah, and I'd only been working on it for like 10 fucking years too.
And
Actually,
like
20
finally
years.
you were just
This
like,
year is the 20th anniversary of me coming up with starting that backstory.
look at that happily anniversary.
Yay!
Okay, so like he came up with this paragraph that he sent to me. He's like, okay, this is M's backstory.
Have you still
And I just
got that?
read the whole. Yes, it's in Google Drive somewhere.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's like one of the best pieces of writing I've ever read in my life. I read
I'm
it
gonna
and
go over
it
here
felt
and
like I'd been,
cry happy now.
it felt like being punched in the face in the best way. It was so good. Oh my god. Gosh. Now I have to find it. Because I can't remember where the fuck I put it. But oh my god, like, I read it and I was just like, this has to be her backstory. It's so good. Okay, I can't find it right now, so, like, I'll deal with that later. But to summarize, basically, so this is a very big reveal that we're doing here because we've kept the background of where Red and M come from very close to the vest. So in Good Omens, Aziraphale and Crowley were originally angels, and Crowley didn't fall so much as saunter vaguely downwards when Lucifer battled heaven and then they all became demons. So they were there before the creation of the earth and humans. Red and M are not.
Yeah,
So,
their story
M-
was not that.
No, because we didn't want to copy. But
Well, no, because they were invented
So-
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So M is basically the first woman. So she was human once upon a time, a very, very long time ago. And so on the screen, if you can see, it says the angel M, mother of words. So the reason for that is because Lustri wrote it into M's backstory that she came up with language, the first basic form of language.
Yeah, the first word ever spoken by a human was spoken by M.
Yeah. And do we want to tell them what the word meant?
Now,
Because it's such...
I want to see which one you remember.
Yeah, the one I remember because it gave me such Doctor Who vibes.
Yep.
It meant run.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It meant
So
run.
the story
So
was that M was, this is right on the cusp of where Homo sapiens sapiens became Homo sapiens sapiens. And one of the things that made her stand out was that she'd had 4 children and had remained strong. And, back in a, pre-medicine, even, the types of food-based medicine that, back then, basically the chronology of that transition, there wasn't a lot in the way of recovering from injury. So the fact that she'd had 4 children gave her a bit of an edge over everyone else in the group that she lived with, because she had 4 strapping young lads who, anytime the group was going to do something...
Oh, that's a new drop for me. I didn't realize they were all guys.
Yeah.
That she had all sons. Okay,
Yep.
cool. I didn't know that. So
I
there
think
you go,
that might
guys.
have been. I think that may have been just. I assume because she's not based on, but it slipped in because my mother had 4 boys.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think subconsciously there's a bit of a tribute to my mother there.
Okay, fair enough.
But I've been thinking about what would have been the first word. Like, the first word in all of the technical definitions that we have now. Because otherwise, like,
Yeah, it's all grunts.
oh, for the longest that kind of shit. That would all be words. But so basically taught her sons that if she says a certain word, run.
Yeah.
Away.
Drop everything
Okay,
and go and just run.
Just run. So in emergencies or when hunting, things like that, just that bang coordination, that instant of coordination. She ended up being the leader of their group, and she realized because between her coming up with that idea and becoming the leader of her group, she realized kind of what was going on with these sounds, right? And was just making a conscious effort to do more of this. Realized that she needed one for herself, for when people were going to refer to her. And so she thought she literally went for a long walk and just started uttering, and decided that the utterance that she wanted to be the word that people used to refer to her, because of its simplicity, because of its the ability of all the groups that ever encountered to speak it. She chose M as her name, and that's where the character's name comes from. So later on, it kind of becomes she gets called a slightly longer version of modern names that get shortened to M, but M is in fact her first her name.
Yeah.
And from then on, a lot of it is Eastgate's kind of Eastgate's baby. She feels a lot of it out.
Oh, thanks, Breaker. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, quick! You
Have a good
start
night.
talking before everyone leaves.
So I actually found what you wrote. Exactly.
Oh yeah, that'd be even better.
So, yeah. So I'm gonna narrate it right now.
Okay, go for
If
it.
you guys are okay with that. Okay, so here we go. The origins of M. M isn't short for Amelia. Amelia is a modernization of M. She wasn't given her name until she'd lived more summers than she could count on hand and foot, because when M was born, words didn't exist. Anthropologists, paleontologists, linguists, and psychologists share a primordial and almost impenetrable conundrum. What was the first word? M was revered by those who lived, slept, and ate together with her. She had survived 4 childbirths, and her children had all survived. She loved her children with unique empathy, and they looked to her for direction. When gathering, when hunting, they would follow her lead to an extent. M's intelligence bewildered the rest of her community. When she arrived, problems were solved. Beehives were no longer out of reach, the good fruit separated from the poisonous, and the animals stripped of more meat than usual. Some days, she and her children would venture out to hunt or gather on their own. She knew it was dangerous. She knew that a group of 5 of her kind might easily fall prey to even a small number of predators. So she trained her children. And the first word, the first utterance to distinguish itself as containing enough meaning to count as such, was created. It meant run. It meant to drop everything, now. It meant to sprint as fast as one could, now. It meant to find home, now. It meant to look for your mother and siblings, as you ran and not before. The training she gave her children did not stop at one word. They would all utter the same thing to mean attack now. 1, 2, many. Follow me, or don't trust. Her children grew strong and had children of their own. The community with which they lived noticed their behavior, and in response to what she perceived as curiosity, she began to teach the same words she used with her family to the others. She was also smart enough to teach the others how to refer to her when she was not present. She kept the utterance simple, so it could be remembered, easily spoken, and above all, in her mind, be a word easily spread to the other communities of their kind they had met. She taught them to call her M. It was so simple for the tongues and mouths of those nearby, and when it was spoken, it was heard that the speaker imagined. And rather than the word M becoming the word for wise person or good mother, it stayed as her name specifically, because the use of words brought the disparate groups around them together. When M's time came, no group of her kind had ever been so large, had ever had such good fortune, or had ever provided so well for those who belonged. Instead of oblivion coming when her eyes closed, she felt the warming hands of the Creator clasp her face. The mother of all mothers took M into her arms and lifted her into the choir of seraphim as a protector of all those who would come after her.
Fuck,
that's
I
it.
wrote that?
Yeah, you wrote that.
Fuck.
You
That
did
was
such a good
wonderfully
job with it.
narrated. Jesus.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, that was great. This is why when I read it, I was like, "Oh my god, like this has to be it. This is it. This is the backstory for M, like the first ever backstory."
Yeah, well, I agree with
And
you
so-
now. Sorry.
Well, I'm glad I could convince you. Yeah, so then after that, we just kind of, we were like, okay, so we came up with Red's backstory, which we're not sharing. Then
Do you
we were
still
like,
have that?
how did
Because there's like there's a pretty critical fucking detail that I've forgotten.
No, I don't think I do. I think you kept that to yourself, actually.
Yeah, I think I did, and I think that what's going to happen is I'm going to rewrite it, and then I'm
of
going
course
to
you
come
are.
up with the original story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, and then we were like, how did they meet? You know, because, like, one became an angel, one became a demon. How
so
did they
good.
meet? I mean, I know what the story is. Like, I know the story
So
you've already
good.
told me, because I remember
Yeah.
it. But, yeah, so we're not sharing that here. But, so we were like, okay, how do they meet? And so we came up with a story that we haven't narrated yet. Like, we have the script all written. We just haven't done it yet. So I don't want to, like, spoil it too much, but they meet at a very crucial time in their lives. And they don't trust each other at all, but they are thrown together through necessity. And so they're forced to trust each other temporarily. And then as time goes on, they're still kind of forced to trust each other a little bit. But they generally don't because they are on the other sides. And initially, M is the one who's like a stickler for the rules. So this is where like Good Omens sort of comes in, where like the angel is still a stickler for the rules because it's good and just and that's how it should be. Whereas the demon is just asking questions being like, why is it though? And so as time goes on, like, you know, Red and M kind of like develop their relationship through the millennia as they look after these particular people. So we already did one for Valentine's Day where both of them basically raise Saint Valentine together.
Yeah, that was a
And so-
hectically good idea.
That was done like I brainstormed the idea a week before Valentine's Day. And I was like, I don't know if we're going to get this done. And you were like, just write it and we'll see what happens. I wrote it in a day. I was like, look, it's done. And you were like, I'm sorry, it's what? I'm like, yeah, it's done. Read it. And you were just like, oh my God, it's
Yeah.
really good.
I think that was
Like,
also
I'm
the
gonna make a couple
fastest
edits.
I've ever turned around a script
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, because I was like, I really want it done by Valentine's Day. Can you make it happen? And you were like, I will make it happen. And so, like, not only did we both record it, you edited this audio as well.
Ah, yes.
And then we put it out there. Yeah, back in those days. So, like, I was really proud of that particular script because it showed a very complicated relationship that the two of them had with each other. And it also showed, like, you know, the feelings that they develop for their charges and, like, dealing with, like, the bureaucracies of their head office as well. You know,
True.
And just like having to understand that like as much as they want to be like with humans, they also have to be separate from them, because sometimes head office will be like, so that charge that you have, yeah, we're gonna kill them, or so that charge that you have, like, yeah, we want to make them a saint, so they're gonna have to martyr themselves, and you have to make that happen. And you're just like, I'm sorry, what? And so you don't have a choice. Like when you're an angel or a demon, you don't get the free will that humans get. So you don't have a choice as much as you want to have a choice. And so there is a constant argument between Red and M about what they're allowed to do versus what they just, because both of them don't really like their respective head offices. They're just like, those guys are assholes, and we have to work for them because we don't have a choice.
Oh my god! I just remembered the thing about Red.
Which thing?
The thing.
The thing. Okay.
The thing that like I kept one of the initial steps of the thing from you when I told you his backstory.
Oh, okay. So you remembered it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, write it down, like, somewhere on a scrap of paper so you don't forget it.
This bit I've remembered. It's the fact that the small detail and the larger plot point are connected that I forgot. So,
okay. All right.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a bit big.
Yeah, and I really like doing those audios because, like, we don't have to be in the same room for the two of us to be able to, like, have a really good sense of chemistry as these characters.
Yeah, I
really
think that
like
comes out
that
in your
it comes
writing
across
a bit more.
Well, that's because I'm really good at writing dialogue. Like, that's something that I've just come to terms with. Like, I'm actually really good because I pay attention so much to how people do dialogue on TV shows and stuff, and I know what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm good at writing dialogue. I'm good at writing banter. So, like, I try to put that in the Red and M scripts, especially because the two of them have such a complicated relationship. Like, it's one thing to write banter when it's, like, an established couple or something like that. But when it's these two characters who are on diametrically opposed sides and are forced together to be they have to be friendly with each other because they both want what's best for, like, this one person that they're looking after. That's a different sort of banter.
Yeah, it's amazing to me how much story has grown and character and depth has grown out of literally me fucking up a voice and still publishing it despite feeling like, no, I really need to re-record this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
like, I think you did a great job, and I really love how we came up with Red's name, and then you kind of retconned the name a little bit to make it, like, fit into the narrative.
You're gonna have to tell me that one because I forget how I came up with Red's name.
You came up with the voice first for this living character.
Shit! Yeah, fuck. That's oh my god, fuck.
And
Jesus.
I laughed about how it sounded like a cowboy from Red Dead Redemption. So
Yep.
Red came from Red Dead Redemption.
That's right. I remember that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
and so then you
pretty
retconned,
funny.
like, his name to be like something different back in his past, and now
Yeah.
it's just Red. But
Yep.
yeah, so
That's
we came up with some really great ideas, actually, that we haven't really gotten to yet just because life has kicked our asses. But, like, we have some really good ones. Like, we wrote one for the Salem witch trials already that we haven't recorded.
Oh, that was really good.
That one was really good. And we started on an idea for, like, the golden age of piracy.
Yeah, that one's even better.
Yeah. And then we also had ideas for, like, the Black Plague, World War I, 20s Chicago. And we actually recorded one that we haven't released yet, where it's, like, I think I recorded it for Pride Month, and it's Red and M get captured by demon hunters.
Oh fuck, that was fun. I
so
forgot
much
we'd
fun.
even done that.
Yeah. It's in the drive somewhere. So, like, we
fun.
got to release that one of these days because it's so good. I
Oh
am
my
very
God.
proud of the banter that I wrote for them. It's
So funny.
fucking hilarious. It's so funny. Yeah. So I am
So
like
fucking good.
I've had so many ideas for the 20 Chicago one, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, where they look after where their charge is like involved with like the speakeasy mafia prohibition scene. And like the two of them like people just keep, so the thing about like Aziraphale and Crowley that I really like is that people consistently make assumptions about their relationship and they just don't correct them. They just don't bother. And so I kind of want that in our audios as well. Where like people assume things about Red and M and we just go, whatever, man. Like we're not gonna bother arguing with you about it. We're just gonna we have a job to do that's way more important. So
admittedly, we've made some pretty far-reaching assumptions about their relationship as well. That we've kind of turned around and gone, oh, hang on, that's not what they're like at all.
We've had to retcon some of it because I am so into Good Omens that I sometimes delve too far into Aziraphale. And it's like, nope, we gotta pull it back. This is not Aziraphale, this is M. She's different. So we need to make sure that she stays different.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
Yeah, well, you haven't really, like, you're not as into Good Omens as I am, so you don't have that problem, so there's that.
Yeah.
But also, like, I tend to write, like, I write really quick for these characters. Like, it's just, they're very inspiring to me, so I churn out a lot for them. But there's not a lot of development for the characters yet. It's just, like, stick them in this scenario and see what happens. You know?
Yeah,
and it's like,
pretty much.
we need to develop them a little bit more, so.
Yeah. It has been pretty fun just thinking of,
Oh my gosh.
like, kind of what kind of scenarios they'd get into. Like the pirate one. That's...
Oh man, I'm really looking forward to the
Pure
pirate
that.
one. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Because, so, do we want to spoil anything or do we want to, like, save it?
Did we even... Yeah, I mean, like, it's one of those things where... kind of... Even telling people the concept is halfway spoiling. Telling people the idea is halfway spoiling. But nothing's going to stop the actual... Like, it's still going to be the execution that...
Yeah.
Nails.
That the execution is going to be what matters, yeah. So do we want to say it or no?
Yeah, go for it. You go for it.
Alright.
You're doing a much better job
So,
than I am.
the Golden Age of Piracy one, the charges that Red and M have are a set of twins this time. So they decided to split the difference. So Red goes with one twin, and M goes with another twin. And they don't end up playing for the sides that you think they're going to play. So one of them ends up being part of the British military. And the other one ends up being a pirate. And they encounter each other. And shenanigans ensue.
Oh god, just that final scene.
Just the, shit. Oh no. This is not going to be fun.
Okay, so for those watching the
Ooh,
thing,
I like it.
I am going to do post-processing on these. For starters, sword. Second, finger. Third,
Oh
face.
god, the fingers.
Yeah.
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 Oh, but that looks really good, that concept. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, like it's the same. That's pretty much for those who want to know the technical side of that. I took a depth map of the first image, so it's a black and white image. Sorry,
Lustri, I just need a second. Yeah, I'm just gonna mute the chat for a second. I will be right back.
Boom. Yeah, that was absolutely a function of it being too tempting. Too tempting. I've got work today. It's my first ever Saturday shift. Yeah, yeah. You know. You know. do, 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 do.
Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. I needed water.
Back. Oh shit, so do I.
Guess
All
I'm
right.
glad the volume wasn't any higher.
Oh,
What did I
okay.
miss?
So when you muted, I went silent but left the ambience going.
Oh, okay.
Um, so people who had their mics up loud enough um, would know that there was still a hot mic. I
Okay.
waited about 20 seconds and then just went boom at the it completely spiked the audio, and yeah,
Oh, that's nice of you, I guess.
I couldn't stop laughing. But I
Of
will
course
be
not.
back. I'm going to also get water, but I can just mute my own volume.
Okay. Okay. So it's just me with all of you now. My cunning plan. Yeah, I don't have a cunning plan. So, okay. Does anybody have any questions they want to put in the chat and ask me? If you've had anything on your mind or you just want to ask something random, go for it. This is your chance. No questions. Okay. All right. So go back to the original question of like things you might have missed if you've been gone for about 4 months. My last Valentine's Day audio, I I had so much fun with it. So I kind of was inspired by an audio that Cardlin did like years and years ago, where it's basically a spy or like a secret agent who comes home, and it turns out that their spouse is an assassin, and they only just found it out. So it's Mr. and Mrs. Smith, basically. And then they have a gunfight when they on their anniversary and a Valentine's Day. So, yeah, that's fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. What else did I have fun doing? Noir Cosmica VA has a bunch of really awesome scripts. So if you can find her on Twitter and you want to do any of her scripts, you should definitely check them out. They're awesome. I did a first day of spring one that was really cute. Was that? Oh, he's talking to someone else. Okay, what else? Bunch of Lupin scripts, of course, that are just, standard and great. Lupin's fantastic. So if you want to check out any of her like 400 plus scripts, you definitely should because she's just incredible. And so yeah, there's like a bunch of like series that I'm doing of hers. Like I'm doing the monster one. I'm doing the Beauty and the Beast one still that's being edited. I made a start on Sleeping Beauty. So she's done Sleeping Beauty audio, which is only 3 people. So I've already like kind of started on it. So there's 3 characters in it that have speaking lines. There's myself. So I play Raphael, the prince. And then there's Raphael's parent, who is the sorcerer, and then there's Merryweather the fairy. So Lupin's condensed three of the fairies down to one. And I knew I wanted to like gender bend everything because the prince, the sorcerer, and the prince and the sorcerer are male roles, and the fairy is a female role. So I gender bent them all. So I already assigned parts to people. So I'm taking on the prince role. Sly is playing my parent, so the sorcerer. And finally, because I have never worked with him before, Merryweather is being played. Merryweather is being played. I really want to get the name right because I know I'm gonna forget. While we're still young here, Twitter. I just want to make sure I say it right. Come on, Twitter. What the hell? Beastman Audio? I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right. I think I'm saying it right. Yeah, he is, yeah, he's playing the fairy. So, I was very excited to cast him, and I've heard his recording is all done, and I've heard it, and it's fucking fantastic. And I'm really looking forward to editing this one myself. What Kes does as an editor is freaking phenomenal. Like, she's just so good at it. But there's a lot that goes into her work. And so, like I'm trying to do as much of it myself as I can before outsourcing it to somebody. Which is why I'm sticking to, like, no more than 3 voice actors, in stuff that I edit. Because otherwise it gets very complicated and I don't know how to do that. So, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, so it looks like Lustri has to go and get some sleep. So he is no longer going to be on this call.
Well, I'm gonna leave everything open, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm beyond fucking exhausted. I've
Okay.
had a very long week.
Okay.
That would have happened no matter when we'd done this. This was the absolute most perfect time
Yeah.
of, you know, just never being a good time. But it's been
Wait a second, I just noticed something. Red's secretary? Where did that come from? What the hell? That's just rude. That's just rude of you.
Oh, I had fun doing that.
Rude.
I'll fix
Okay.
it now. But yeah, no.
We don't actually have any questions that, like, the audience, like, nobody sent in any questions. So, like, without, like, anybody talking in the chat, I don't really know, like, how we can keep this going. So
I can get
I think
Red
if you
Nem
just want
to ask you questions.
I mean, you could, I guess, but
Actually,
if
if
you're
I remembered
tired,
2 days ago to do that, I fucking could have.
it's okay. If you're exhausted, then I think we can end it here early. It's totally fine.
I don't
There's no
know.
law that says we
I
can't.
don't want to
It's
cut short your birthday stream, dude. No way.
It's okay. It's okay. Like, it's already my birthday, where I was born. It's already my birthday where you are. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm honestly not fussed about it. And to be honest, I think my husband will be thrilled that we're not going all the way until midnight because he will want to sleep. So,
Yeah, and
like, because
Naomi
I
also
don't have
wants to sleep
soundproofing
as
or
well.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if you both want to go sleep, and that's fine. There aren't a lot of people who are watching right now anyways, but I am very glad that you all tuned in. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the stream.
And you got some
but-
kick-ass, concept art out of it as well.
Yeah, no, it's all great. Like, it's all beautifully rendered, even if, like, some aspects are kind of fucked.
Yeah,
they're all gorgeous. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's okay. But yeah, thank you guys. This is, to be honest, this is what I really wanted for my birthday, was to be able to, shoot the shit with all of you guys and just, like, have fun and, talk about, like, voice acting and stuff. And tomorrow and, over this long weekend, because I'm in Canada, so it's Canada Day tomorrow and it's the long weekend. My husband and I are going to get to do some fun stuff. We're going to go to some great places for dinner and for brunch. And I'm going to have a chill birthday in the city. And, it doesn't need to be that big. Maybe next year I could do something like really big, like, an escape room or something. But I think this year, after the year I've had, a quiet birthday with my husband and only my husband is exactly what I need. So I think it'll be good. So I think this was great. Thank you for doing this to Lustri, for setting all of this up, because I am not tech literate in any way. So this is all down to him. So the fact that you took like 90 minutes out of your day anyways.
And would run a live stream for you every week if I could.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Okay, thank you guys so much for the birthday wishes. Really appreciate each and every one of you for turning up. But we're going to end the stream here tonight. So take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Ci vediamo.